transition pose here right after this pose. Let's go ahead and fix his leg a little bit, put it down, rotate it, and also the hips need a little bit of twist, just like that. Very cool. Also make sure to watch videos of run cycle on YouTube to understand the mechanics of it, how a body would react, rotate with respect to the legs, and the hands would rotate with respect to the body, etc. This is the shot. This is the key that we need pose, and this is also the pose that we need here. So we kind of have it right now, but we're gonna polish on it. Always try to keep some ups and downs or offsets in key, because that brings variation and makes the animation even more natural. Very important part. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the animation till now. Let's go ahead inside our camera view and hit play button. Alright, that looks about right, but I think the timing still needs to be fixed. It's currently very slow, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna select them, all these keys, and bring them, scale them down to a point where I think, I'll have to keep doing it until I get to a certain point of speed. Oh, this looks good. Alright, bring them closer. Yeah, this looks quite fine to me. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and create another pose. This will be another main pose for it. You have to check 360-degree for it, and you also have to check from all angles, like playing each key one by one like this, scrubbing through if it's looking right. And when it's on his left leg, his body would totally put the weight on it, so you should all remember that. Use a nice roll here on the leg. I'll make sure the legs are not sliding and all that, but right now the poses are important, so I'm working on it. Move the hands back. And move the right hand a little front here. Rotate the hand on top. Alright. Use a lot of reference during creating run cycles like this. It's really important. You see that? That's not matching right now. So we kind of need a, like a breakdown in between the two main contact poses. Go ahead and check it out. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check it out from a different camera here. Very cool. Let's go ahead and take a play blast. Pretty simple default play blast. Alright, here we go. That looks pretty good. With all the other poses till the end, I think it will look good. It will look the way that I want it to create. taking a play blast with the high-res model here just to see if it's looking good. It's exactly the way I want it to land. Perfect. Now we have to figure out the way he would hack and slash through the crowd of enemies coming at him. That'll be this next part of the tutorial here. We'll get that right in a moment. Okay. Alright, how about we see it in action in the textured mode? Get a feel of it. Alright, here we go. Pressing 6. And let's go ahead and take a play blast. Okay, here we go. Isn't this looking good? Or what? Let's go ahead and work on the proxy mode. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and move this leg here a bit because we need to connect from the jump pose to the connect pose here. And then we have this direct, like a contact pose, main pose here, and we kind of need a in between, something like this. Rolling the leg a little bit. There's a little bit of nuances are very, very important to fix. You can see it from the left side of the perspective window. It kind of helps that way. Contact pose to the ground. Actually, it's the jump pose. Contact pose is the one, the down pose here. Oh, whoops. Pull this up a little bit. Right now I'm visualizing all this stuff up, what will happen next and all that, but it's always better to come prepared with a storyboard in case of a real production studio. The animator will be given a storyboard to look into from where he or she can start acting out his or her shots, and in using those references he or she can start to work on it. All the poses won't be there on the storyboard to take help from, but with the storyboard and the script, you'll get an idea of what's going to happen in the shot, and accordingly, you'll act and take help of those footage that you recorded during your animation. While focusing on how natural the pose should be, you can go ahead and add some exaggeration to it. Exaggeration is always fun when used within limitations, but that's also not necessary. Same is in the case of animation. I'm adding all these delays in the hand here Alright, that looks quite okay. Move them a little bit forward here, because the z-axis needs to, have a linear curve in the graph editor. It's like a uniform curve. Alright, now from this pose here, he'll leap forward for the hack and slash action part of the shot. So let me illustrate all that for you. I'll show you what to achieve and what not to. Let me show you first what not to achieve. Okay, scrubbing through. Please don't mind my mouse drawings. I hope you can understand the sketches I'm trying to show here. This is something that you don't want to achieve here, with the pointy end on top and the eyes looking down. So just like the illustration, this pose wouldn't look any good for this animation. So we're not going to use that. Instead, we're going to try to get something like this. The pointy end of the spear would aim directly at the enemy where our eyes are aiming at, and have this nice curve to the body with the spine curved a bit. So here's how the line would go if we had to, put a trail for the keys. Scrubbing through now. Checking it from the camera itself, and need to play it back to see if everything is going fine. But I think we still need some timing fixes for it. Playing it again. Okay. I'm selecting all that and shifting the keys up front so that I can get a very tight, run cycle, very fast and tight run cycle, which would be really good, because he dashes into the scene, so he's not gonna slow down and fight. He's in full motion right now. He's in full force and he's focused to destroy the enemy, So he will come in full force and full speed. So we need to make sure of that happens, We'll work on the run cycles even later during the blocking plus poses, and also the polish pass. Yeah. Go ahead and take a play blast with major high res. Okay, that looks pretty fine. Now we'll be continuing to work on this till we get to the blocking plus phase after this. But yeah, a little bit left, like for example, the hack and slash part is left, so we need to figure that out. So this is basically the curve that's gonna happen, Alright.